Um, I don't want to give an impression that I'm a Gnostic Christian or anything. I don't even know if that's possible. Because you can't combine or cross those energies together. That would became, a precursor to Messianic is demagoguery and pagan, and they have it is when you cross them together that you get the transhumanist, the what's it called, it's like a demiurge. But there's been what I have to call, because I don't have a better word, as a demiurge host to explain something that is contributed through allegory to Christ, but is actually a funny thing in that Christ didn't create nature. Do you notice there are some things that even Christ inherit? And you know that Christ loved animals, you know what I mean? He feeds them and everything. It's just that the animals are contributed to the catalog of Anunnaki, that before we can inhabit the planet, they were supposed to be down here creating species that would that would co-inhabit, and make the conditions for human to occupy it, right? And they finished ahead of schedule and under budget, and they started to create Pestilence from another catalog of species from an insect alien planet, like A Bug's Life, like in Starship Troopers. And they did some last minute damage to the ecosystem, and before they left, they rushed to create a pig. And a pig that they rushed to create is, you notice, it's kind of like a marvelous little beast. It's like one of the best animals, but it was one that was rushed, that they said would balance out the last minute damage, and then they left. Now, I don't know if I believe the Anunnaki on that. You know what I mean? Do you notice how Christ said, and there's sometimes they were talking about different gods? Now, how is it possible if there's only one God for them to be talking about different gods? Because their technology, we can't understand it. So Anunnaki must seem like freaking space gods, like if an Apache helicopter rolled up on the Romans and started, like a beast from the sky, it'd be like some kind of tyrannical god, right? So then, like a demiurge host, and the Christ energy is the uncreated things of an uncreated light. Everything in the universe is created and gives off a created light. Christ left all this behind. He left all the childish things behind, right? And so, I don't know, the creepypasta way to look at it is that, God just offed himself to create the whole world and everything between here and there, right? But look at it as he left childish things behind, and he will take advantage of the aliens' technology to his own end when he finds out about it. He finds out about it later, just like you saying you didn't create the lock. It's a loop, a cycle of carnality and consumption, and killing and eating and taking energy. It sounds like vampires. You know what I mean? So, and let's say, he was trying to relate that God sometimes might not like you. There's something about God that you're trying to see that you don't understand. It's not a gift that you think it is. It's the state. It's the government working with the distraction of aliens, or it could have been, in some instance, the Anunnaki who um, took some liberties with the human species before we in lying to us, and then we inherited this crazy ass world that they told us that this pig was the last minute creation that they to balance out the damage that they did when they created pestilence. So Christ found there was a guy who's possessed by a pestilent demiurge host, and he drove the pestilent demiurge host into a herd of pigs, and they jumped off a cliff. So what does that mean? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because is it an allegory? Because there might be truth into it too. It's a truth, it's allegory, but it actually happened because someone relating that Anunnaki lied to us. You know what I mean? It's like a demiurge. So the guy was confounded, or by the Anunnaki. He was like perplexed. They've been lied to. They've been lied to by the Anunnaki. Hold on a second. This is weird because it makes me look like I'm Gnostic or something like that. Like, are you saying you believe in Anunnaki and this and that and that? You know what I mean? Today the Anunnakis, because it's like, what, it was something like a mystery why they created this pig, and how is this pig going to balance the ecosystem? But I don't think it did. That's the thing. I think that just like we inherited a magnificent little animal, like a magnificent little beast, when they rush through their process. You know what I mean? But when they're taking their time, they finish ahead of schedule and under budget. But can they be trusted? Can they be trusted? Because they're gonna fuck it up if they have the liberty. If they take the liberty, and we're supposed to pay them off in oxidized gold particulates from our atmosphere. So they created us to mine the particulate oxidase gold that's in our fucking atmosphere until there's no more, and then they fucking left. They like a Superfund site, you know, and then after, like, later on they find out it's contaminated and have to send in people to, you know, they buried chemicals and all this shit. It's just like humans. They do fuck up shit like humans do. Okay, so if that isn't enough, that you need to know that I'm not giving them credit for being the creators, Anunnaki black gods with animal heads. Will they get one alligator or one of a saluki, or like one of those desert dogs, you know, or something, one of those dog heads or something. Damn, that's crazy. I have a catalog too. Okay. I just wanted to tell you that a saluki was not the original species of dog. That's funny that there's a dog species running around in the dog park that's not a dog. You know what I mean? In a sense, like it didn't come from the same progenitors as a saluki. But a saluki is a saluki. In nature is a saluki too.